welcome to today's video. So for this video we have another beauty pie based video which I am very excited about. This is going to be pretty much a full face of beauty pie makeup and the makeup that I've purchased along my beauty pie hauls along the way. Some of these are first impressions. If you would like to see what I thought of the beauty pie makeup products and see how I got this look, then please keep on watching. Okay, so I've already done my skincare and prepped my skin for the makeup, but last night I did actually use these masks from Beauty Pie. So they're a sheet mask, this is what they look like, and they are the Uber Youth Hyaluronic Sheet Mask, and I hadn't used it before, so I thought, I've had them a little while, so I thought okay, I'm going to try one last night to prep my skin for this video. And I've used the serum infused masks from Beauty Pie and love them. Like, they're literally the best sheet masks I've used. And these were exactly the same, they didn't disappoint. These were, so I put it on my skin and literally it was saturated with product. There was so much product on the sheet mask, which was amazing, especially for the price, and you're getting 5 of these, I think it is, in the box. Yeah, and I hate when you get a sheet mask and sometimes they're dry and you think, well, it's not going to do anything to my skin if they're already pretty dry, or if there's only a little bit of product on, it's a bit annoying. But these were saturated in it, and there was extra that you could get from the packets put on your neck and decollete, and yeah, it was really lovely. And I left it on for about half an hour, removed it, massaged the remaining serum into my skin, and honestly the glow was like no other. Yeah, it was, my skin felt so smooth, like baby soft, and really glowy, and just really hydrated and looked after. And it was nice that the product could sink in overnight too. I just finished it with an oil, I just popped an oil on top, and yeah, worked really lovely. So these are really good sheet masks. Just like the other Beauty Pie skincare that I've tried, they didn't disappoint. I've also done a review of the other skincare that I've been trying and loving. If you want to check that out, I'll link it below. So yeah, and I've also prepped my skin with this. So this is the Beauty Pie Super Eye Energy Peptide Infusion Cream. I've been using this for the past month or so, and yeah, I really love it. It really nourishes the under eye, which helps obviously prevent concealer from creasing. And yeah, it's a nice size to take with you if you're travelling. And yeah, I went on holiday recently and was popping this on my eyes on the flight, because it was like a 12-hour flight, and every 2 hours or so I was popping it around my eyes, and yeah, it was really lovely to use. And you can use it day or night, and it just really brightens the under eye too. So this one's a good one too to prep your skin. So yeah, I'm just going to go and get started. So I haven't actually got a Beauty Pie primer as such, but obviously I do use their skincare a lot of the time. But I'm just going to use this as a primer, just to kind of hydrate my skin. So this is the Be Hydrated Hyaluronic Acid Facial Spritz. So this is from Superdrug, so again, super affordable. I've been loving this. Again, I took this on the plane when I went to LA, and it's just gorgeous. It's a really nice, really hydrating, but really light as well. So you're not kind of left with a sticky feeling, or you don't feel kind of greasy or oily or anything like that. For foundation, I've heard amazing reviews on this, and I haven't tried this yet. A lot of these are first impressions. So this is the Beauty Pie Great Skin Foundation. It comes in this box. And then it looks like this. So I'm hoping this is a good shade match. They had like a shade finder online, and they could, like, if you picked another brand of what shade you were, they kind of matched you. So I'm hoping this will work. So I got mine in the shade 250 Wheaty. Again, it's a nice size, nice packaging. Yeah, we'll see what it looks like. So I'm just going to apply it using my beauty blender, and again, this is actually a Beauty Pie sponge, and I've been using this constantly. Yeah, I'm a big fan of this one too. Okay, so that is foundation done. As you can see, it's a really good colour match, which is great. So that shows that the online tool does definitely work. It feels really nice on the skin. So basically, I've become quite picky about foundations. I used to just kind of go with whatever one was seeming popular, whatever, but which obviously still plays a big effect on when I'm choosing foundations. But I've found quite recently that I'm kind of over really full coverage and kind of hiding your skin foundations. I prefer a lot more of like a lighter coverage, and then I can build it up on those days that I need it. I just feel like I spend quite a lot of time on my skincare, obviously, in my routine, and I think when my skin feels good and I feel happy with the way it looks, I was thinking to myself, why am I covering it up? And I just think there are great foundations out there now that are quite subtle, and you can build them up as much as you want, but they still make your skin look like skin, which for me is really important. And as I say, don't get me wrong, I still get those days where I want a more full coverage foundation when I'm going out or whatever, but for day to day, I just think I like a really glowy look, so I like a lighter foundation and highlighter, like a liquid highlighter. And yeah, I feel like that is just the way that I'm kind of going at the minute. So going back to this foundation, so yeah, it looks really nice on the skin. Again, it's not too heavy, which I love. You can build it up, so that I had a bit of redness on my chin and I could build that up. Yeah, so on the packaging it says subtle sculpting, featherweight, photo perfect. So at the end I'll probably do a flash picture so we can see what it looks like. But yeah, definitely featherweight. My skin feels nice and smooth, like it doesn't feel like heavy makeup or anything like that. I'm then going to go in with concealer. Now concealer is the other thing from Beauty Pie that I don't have. So I'm just going to use this Makeup Revolution one, and this is the Conceal and Define. This is in the shade C5, so this is also really affordable. So that's concealer done. I just did a really light layer because I find that with the Beauty Pie eye cream, my eyes are really nourished and it does a really good job of brightening them, so I don't use too much concealer. So I'm now going to go in with powder. So this is another one that I haven't tried yet, but I have heard amazing reviews and I'm really excited for this one because I feel like I struggle with powders. There's some that I love, but then I find them too heavy for day to day, so I find it hard to find like a daily powder that still makes me look glowy but then also keeps my shine at bay. But so this one interested me because it says it's a perfecting powder. It's naked finish, floor blurring, smooth and luminous, so it's meant to be quite a luminous powder to still give you a glow. So I'll be interested to see if it still helps with shine, because I do get oily kind of in this area and kind of around my nose. So this says lightly sweet powder across your face to wake up your makeup for an instant radiance boost. So this is the One Powder Wonder. So it comes in this. So I believe it's one shade. It's just like a white translucent powder, but it does have like a glow to it. So I'm intrigued to see how this is going to work. So I'm just going to take this brush, and this is just a powder brush from MAC. I believe it's the 120. It's rubbed off slightly. But yeah, so I'm just going to try this and then sweep it over my face. Okay, so I've just applied that and it's actually done a really nice job of setting my makeup. It doesn't look cakey. I sometimes get it around my chin where it can look a bit cakey, but it doesn't. And around my eyes, they still look kind of bright, they don't look dull. Yeah, it seems to have taken like the shine, the first bit of shine away, and set my makeup nicely. Obviously with powders you tend to know more throughout the day, but yeah, it doesn't feel heavy and the foundation hasn't gone cakey, which is a big plus. Okay, so I'm now going to go on to bronzer and blusher. So for this I'm going to use this palette, which is the One Palette Wonder. I actually did a video using this, testing it with the Charlotte Tilbury palette, and yeah, so I'll link that below if you're interested. But yeah, so this is it, and then it looks like this inside. There's 2 blushes, a bronzer, a highlight, and 3 eyeshadows. So I'm just going to go in with the bronzer and just bronze up my face. Okay, so I've used the bronzer and used it to contour a little bit. As I said in the last video, this bronzer is very pigmented, so you only need a little bit and it's best to build it up. But yeah, it gives a really nice finish, and it's a really nice shade as well. It's not too reddy or orangey or anything like that, and sits really nicely on top of this foundation, which is great. So I'm then going to go in with blush. I'm going to mix these 2 blushes because yeah, I just like to, I like the shade of them both together. So I'm just going to mix these 2. Again, these are pigmented too, so just build it up. It's quite a nice mix of like peachy and pinky, which is really nice. I don't, I say this all the time, but I don't like really bright pink blushes, so that's why I like mixing those 2, because they give a nice shade. So I'm then going to go on to eyes. So for eyes, I have this product I purchased in a recent order from Beauty Pie. So this is the Fantastic Colour Eye Crayon, and mine is in the shade With the Band. So this is eye crayon, so it's a bit like the Bobbi Brown ones, I guess. Okay, so what I'm going to do with this one, because it's the day I don't want it too heavy, I'm actually just going to apply some to the lid a little bit and then just dab it to blend it out, just so it gives like a wash of colour. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go in back to the bronzer. I should have done this before, but I wasn't sure what I was going to do with the eyeshadow. So I'm going to go back in with the bronzer and just apply it to my crease. Will match my bronzer then, so it'll all come together a bit better. And then I'm just going to do the same on the other eye. Okay, so that's literally all I'm going to do. It's just given like a nice wash of colour. I did use this when I went out the other night all over the lid. And it is very pigmented. It's that I find it a little bit hard to blend. It might be because obviously it's winter and my room's been a bit colder, and I think maybe this might work better if it's warmer and the product will blend nicely. But yeah, I do find it a little bit hard to blend. But I think also as well is I might look at the other shades, because I find this one quite dark when it's applied all over the lid. Yeah, and I think that's why it's nice to just dab a little bit on and blend it out. It's crazy, but it's just give like a dab of colour just to bring the eyes to life a bit more. So I'm then going to go on to brows. So again, haven't tried this out yet. But I've heard amazing things. So this is the Super Brow Precision Pencil, and I got mine in the shade Baked Brown. Now again, I'm hoping this is the right shade, because I find online I find it quite difficult to find my eyebrow shade. But yeah, so it's got 2 ends. It's got obviously the pencil end and a spoolie end. This is much like the Anastasia Beverly Hills pencil, and I love that one, so I'm excited to see if this is actually similar. So yeah, I'm just gonna start by outlining my brows and then filling them in with hair strokes, and then I'll brush it through with the spoolie end. Okay, so that's brows done. I'm actually really impressed with that. It's worked really nicely. At first I thought it was a little bit light, but once you brush it through, you can't tell, and it works really nicely with the brows. I love the spoolie because it's a perfect kind of, it's not too chunky, it's a nice width. And also you can make your brows look quite bushy and messy with it, which I quite like. And I love that it has it on the end, so you don't have to have another one, you just be a 2-in-1 product. This is also a really nice width and shape as well. It's not too thick, so you can do really nice hair-like strokes with it. And yeah, I always like a thin pencil rather than a thicker one because I find that it looks a lot more natural. So yeah, that's brows done. I'm really impressed with that product. And now I'm just going to go on to mascara. So for mascara, I have this product, which I have been using for ages now. Literally ages. It's lasted me such a long time and I use it nearly every day. It's the best everyday mascara. It's so lovely. And it's the Beauty Pie Uber Volume Boost Mascara. This was one of the first products I ever bought from Beauty Pie and I just love it. And I think I'm nearly running out, so I will repurchase at some point. But this is what the mascara one looks like. So it's not the thinnest in the world, but it's great for giving volume to your lashes. So I'm just going to apply it, and you don't need a lot at all. Like even just 4 or 5 strokes and your lashes are like volumized. It's really good mascara, and it doesn't smudge as well, which is a massive thing for me. So you can see literally just a few strokes and they're lifted, they're more volumized, and you can really see the difference. Now, as I said, it doesn't smudge, and at work when I'm doing treatment, so especially with massage, come out the room and this looks just as it did as I went in. It doesn't smudge at all, and yeah, still makes my lashes look lifted. So I really love this. Okay, so that's mascara done. As you can see, it's just a beautiful mascara. So to finish off with, I'm going to go in with highlighter. So again, I featured this in my last haul, but I haven't tried it yet. So this is the Shimmer Bar Highlight Powder, and I believe they've brought out another shade, but this is in the shade Bikini. And yeah, I said before, it's like a dupe of the Bobbi Brown Shimmer Brick, which I love and have just recently started using again. So yeah, this is what it looks like. So it's beautiful shade. What I'm going to do, I'm going to apply this to, I'm kind of going to apply it to cheeks and bring it up, just to give more of like an all over glow. I'm really liking doing that at the minute. And I'm actually going to use this blush brush for that, and then do a bit more intense with a fan brush on the high points and see how that turns out. I'm just going to mix all the shades together because I think they'll look nicer that way. That has such a gorgeous glow to it. You can see straight away the difference between those two. Like, it's got such a pretty glow, but really natural, not too intense. And you can build it up obviously with all these products. So what I like to do with the Bobbi Brown one is apply it to my cheeks and bring it up, so it gives like an all over glow. I think it looks really pretty. So then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go down the middle row and just get my fan brush, which is this little one, and just do those 3 and just put it to the high points to give more of a definition to my cheekbone. Okay, so that has worked beautifully. It's given such a pretty glow and kind of pop of colour to my cheeks. And yeah, I love that. I'm really, really impressed with that. So yeah, finally I'm going to go on to lips. I don't have a lip product from Beauty Pie. I need to add one to my next haul. But I don't currently have one. So I'm just going to do a simple peachy nude lip. So I'm just going to take this lip liner from MAC, which is Strip Down, and just apply it to my lip line. I'm just going to take this lip product from L'Oreal. It's the, I think it's the L'Oreal Infallible. I think it's like the lip paint or something. It's in the shade 001, and it's one of those that looks like that, and you kind of dab the product in to get more. Yeah, I love this shade. It's a nice peachy corally nude. Okay, so that is it for this video. Now, I am super impressed by these Beauty Pie makeup products. Now, it is no secret that I am a big fan of their skincare. I've done numerous videos on it. But yeah, I love these products too. I think for the price, if you remember, you're getting such good quality. Now, I'm going to say, because obviously there's quite a few products here, so I'm going to recommend the top 2. So if you buy anything from this video, I think it should be these 2 things. So the first thing is going to be this Beauty Pie Shimmer Bar. As I say, mine's in the shade Bikini, and I absolutely love it. The glow is gorgeous, and yeah, it gives a really nice colour to the cheeks as well, and you can bring it up so it works like a blusher and highlighter in one, and it just wakes the skin up and makes you look healthy, which is obviously always what we want. And oh, it's hard to pick just 2. The second one, I would say, I'm gonna go with the brow product because I love the way it's made my brows look kind of bushy, bit messy, but also natural and tamed at the same time, like shaped. So yeah, and I also love the spoolie on the end, and I love a brow product like this when it works. So yeah, but I also adored the, obviously I love the mascara, so that's another one. Love this. It's great for every day, never smudges. And also the foundation as well. It's beautiful. It's a really nice foundation, and the more it's sat, the more natural it looks. It's not too thick, cakey. It's just really nice coverage, but also lets your skin still shine through. And yeah, the powder as well, I really like the finish that's given, but obviously I'll know that more throughout the day. But yeah, I am really impressed with these products, especially like this. I was really excited to try out like the skin products because obviously I love their skincare, so I thought, I wonder what their makeup's going to be like, and it definitely hasn't disappointed. Yeah, I'm really happy with how this turned out. Just for like, it's definitely like the kind of look I like to go for, like a glowy, natural, fresh face look, and just kind of like highlighting those certain features. So yeah, really didn't disappoint again. So thank you, Beauty Pie, for creating these products. So if you enjoyed this video, I'd love it if you gave it a thumbs up. I hope you did enjoy watching, and please subscribe if you would like to see more from me. I will link my other videos that I've mentioned down below. As I say, if you go on my channel, there's loads of Beauty Pie ones on there, and also I'll link my Instagram. I'm always uploading on there and chatting about all things skincare, makeup, and yeah, you'll probably find some Beauty Pie stuff on there too. And I'm trying to work really hard on that at the minute and plan in advance so I can be consistent with it. And yeah, I'm really enjoying Instagram, so check me out on there if you're interested. And I'll link my blog as well so you can read any skincare tips or anything. I hope that you enjoyed watching. I'll link all the products down below, and I'll see you soon. Bye.